Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction or read through for Omniscient Reader or Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. Chapters 20 to 24, gonna go through 5 chapters here. Again, I'm still sort of following recommendations that you all have left, so again, if you have more different recommendations for how long each of the next read-throughs should be, just let me know and I'll take all of them into account and decide on what I saw the most from all of you. That's generally how I've been pacing these out. But yeah, I wanted to say really quick before we started reading, thank you for waiting so long before this video. Sorry it was such a long wait. Things have been busy since it's right before Christmas, but even before then, it's been such a long wait. So I'm hoping that there won't be as much of a long wait between videos from now on. I really hope there's not. It's just between, busyness outside of YouTube and just how long it takes, because I've still been working on YouTube videos all the time, basically every day. I've just been doing so much work on YouTube videos, but it just YouTube takes so long to process and everything, which is something I've complained about a lot. Now that it's just really time consuming. I would love to be able to post 4 videos a day. That'd be incredible. But I don't know if we'll ever get back to that point just because of how slow YouTube is now. And I guess that's just times changing, because now there's a lot more sort of strictness because of people who have flaunted the rules before, and Adpocalypse and all that. But yeah, I just wanted to say sorry for making you wait so long. And I've mentioned this in the Kubera videos, I think, so, but if you're only watching Omniscient Reader stuff, I wanted to say the general order that I'm trying to post videos right now are, I'm going to be doing 3 anime videos, 3 manga videos, or at least up to 3 anime and manga videos. I don't want to do more than that, because then the more I work on one thing, the more I'm putting another thing back. I'll do at least three, then 1 or 2 Tower of God videos, 1 or 2 Kubera videos, depending on if I have something to do a review on or not, and 1 or 2 Omniscient Reader videos, depending on if I have something to do a review on or not. I'm part of the way through the notes for the next Omniscient Reader review. That'll be the next video after this. Hopefully this video will be up a little bit before Christmas, and hopefully the review will also be up before Christmas. So you should be getting both of those kind of back to back. But as of when I'm recording this, I'm still not quite done taking notes for the review yet. So yeah, 2 Omniscient Reader videos, and that's sort of the schedule we're going with is anime, manga, Tower of God, Kubera, Omniscient Reader. That's the way I'm going to be doing things. And I have a bunch of other more long-term projects that I've been working on that I really want to do, but I'm not going to specifically schedule any of them. But yeah, I really wish that was a weekly schedule. I could do the 3, 3, 2, 2, and 2 every single week. That would be kind of ideal for me. So that's what my ideal is. Hopefully that's something 2023 that I can work to get to be able to do. But yeah, sorry for this long intro. I just figured I owed you a bit of information and updatey stuff, given that you've had to wait a while if you're watching these video to video. But yeah, let's read chapter 20. I'm very excited to get back into things. The last we saw of them, they were going through the tunnels, fighting some monsters, and we're kind of just getting introduced to the combat system a bit. But yeah, and excuse me if it takes a little bit to get back in with everybody's names and everything, since it has been a little bit. But yeah, let's see what we got going on. It might take me a little bit to remember everyone properly. I remember the 5 survivors very easily, because they're kind of our 5 mainish characters, but other than that, it kind of the names, I remember the characters, but the names are kind of drifting from me. Is it really okay for them to go on their own? All right, so let me make sure you can see this. That would be important. Yeah, it's good. You're only going to take Gil Young with you. His ability will help me track the monster down, but and Hyun Sung, please look after Huiwon. Huiwon. Okay, yeah, that's her name. I was trying to remember her name. Okay, she's not doing so well. I can tell that you're tired. All right, and then Hyun Sung looks and notices bruising, maybe, on her neck? He said that he'll signal us when something happens. Let's wait and see. I'm fine, really. Alright. Omniscient Reader. Episode 20, Chapter 5, Warden of the Dark, Part 2. Alright. This place where ground rats reside is called the Dark Fold because all light is absorbed, and it's difficult to tell which way is up or down. This way. If it weren't for Gil Young's interspecies communication skill, that bracket at the end messed me up, I may have needed to use coins here. Dokja? Huh? You let it go on purpose, didn't you? Huh? What do you mean? When the monster took away that man in Sangha, you intentionally let it go. I was watching you. Why did you do that? The constellations of the absolute good alignment frown at your evil deed. The constellation's secretive plotter glares at you and maybe demands answers. He was watching me while all that happened. He's one scary kid. I don't think hiding things from him would do me any good, seeing how sharp-witted he is. It was because of the ground rat's habit. They have a habit of storing anything they hunt in their lair. They sometimes store rare or precious items, but getting to the lair is difficult. The only way to get there is to follow the tunnels they dig. I knew it'd take Mr. Han, but I didn't expect Sangha to get dragged along with him. So, you're after the items then? Yes. Are you disappointed? No. You're a bad liar. If it was just the items that you were after, you wouldn't have saved me in the subway. I believe in you. Okay, this is going to sound awful. I don't remember Han and Sangha being taken. I don't remember them being taken. So is it one of those things where we didn't see that and now we're just seeing it in a flashback, or am I just having a bad memory? Because I didn't remember them being taken. I'll have to go back and check, though. I believe in you, and he squeezes his hand. A few constellations are beginning to tear up. You've been gifted 200 coins, the super chat. I don't get what he sees in me. I thought he was mature for his age, but I guess he's still just a kid. He can only say that because he's oblivious to the fact that this world is full of vile grown-ups. This world is full of vile grown-ups' advantage of his maturity? That would take advantage of his maturity, maybe? We're almost there. A few constellations hold their breath in anticipation. Dokja? Are you a god, or perhaps a protagonist? He looks shocked. He really is sharp, even sharper than I expected. Does he even know what he's asking? I'm neither a god nor a protagonist. In fact, I've always been envious of protagonists. But you do know something about this world, right? Yes, I do. Then will we be granted a wish after we clear all the scenarios? A wish? In stories like these, there's usually a reward at the very end, right? Those who have adapted to this world all suffer through it in their own way. Some become mad. Others become zealots. And some become irrationally optimistic. This is interesting too. That's a cool take on what's going on here as well. I wasn't going to call it irrationally optimistic. I was thinking more like the bargaining stage of grief, like, okay, we have to go through all this, but we're going to get something out of it in the end, right? But yeah, become irrationally optimistic. Yes, you're right. I'm lucky that we're in the dark. Gil Young can't see my expression right now. You can point fingers at me all you want. I'm a despicable grown-up. And then we have this sort of data-looking effect, and the kid has decided to live on in this world. Okay. I'm just taking it in. We get a lot of like video game-ish effects. The sub-scenario's been updated. And we see some sort of roots down there. You have entered the ground rat's treasure trove. Dokja, this is... Shush, wait. Treasure's not the only thing they store in here. And then we have scratching and growling. We see some of the ground rats. And it is like a video gamey treasure chest. This is all your fault, Sangha. He's blaming her. This voice. My fault? What do you mean by that? If you hadn't gotten on the subway, I wouldn't have been dragged into any of this. What does me getting on the subway have to do with anything? That's because you always commute on your bicycle. Oh, and this is interesting. Because again, this is why going back and taking notes for reviews and stuff helps. One thing that Dokja mentions early in the series is he's wondering why Mr. Han is even on the subway, because he's like, he has a car, he's kind of wealthy, why is he on the subway? And now this is actually coming into play. Wait, are you the one who stole my bike? Didn't I say I would give you a ride home? You should learn to accept the kindness of others for once. Okay, so she was there because he stole her bike, and he was there because he was creeping on her. Answer me, did you steal my bike? No wonder. I was wondering why. Okay, well, I was wondering why I was on the subway, not in a Z class Banks. The constellation demonic judge of fire despises Myung-go Han. Or is it Myung-o? I would have to see the Hangul to tell. Myung-o, maybe. Yes, it was me. I did it. So what? Why are you shouting at me? You took my bike. That's stealing. Stealing, you're right, but none of this would have happened if you'd just gone home with a wow, what a creep. The constellation prisoner of the golden headband has grown tired of the petty argument. What did you just say? I wasn't quite ready, but there, I've said it, and there's plenty more where that came from. I guess it can't be helped. Listen, Sangha, did I ever make a move on you? It's not like I asked you out or anything. And then he prepares to throw this spine. I just wanted to drive you home out of the goodness of my heart. That does not sound like the goodness of your heart. You kept rejecting my offer, so I... And he tosses the weapon. Oh? And it lands right by Han's head. The constellation prisoner of the golden headband is pleased. You've been super chatted. 100 coins. What was that? Dokja. It's coming. Oh? And it cracks through whatever was behind them. We have insects? Oh yeah, probably communicating with Gil Young. And then looks like the creatures are shaking? Even considering that this is within the depths of the Dark Fold, black ether overflows to the point of manifesting black flames in the nucleus of the Dark Root. And he appears wherever there's a Dark Root. Oh? Who is he? The Warden of the Dark has appeared. That's a neat design. I like him. Right, the sub-scenario has been updated. The sub-scenario defeat the Warden has begun. Dokja, so I guess this was Dokja's plan from the start? It's okay, go ahead. All the insects that were connected to Gil Young exploded. He must have taken considerable mental damage from that. Oh yeah, he's talking to them! All these people he was talking to just exploded! Gil Young, how many more times can you use interspecies communication? Maybe once or twice more. Alright, rest here for a while then. Dokja, help me, quickly! Oh, and it's interesting, he isn't just like immediately hostile or anything, it's like he's kind of ignoring them. And Dokja cuts them free. I only cut the stem and the blade's already blunt. So, this is the power of the demonic species. Tier 7, demonic species, Warden of the Dark. Of all the monsters, those of the demonic species are especially unique. Stay back. The treasures collected by the ground rats are like a sacrifice they make to the demonic species. Even if they're at the same level, the demonic species have the upper hand over other monsters. Warden of the Dark has received the Demon King's blessing. Oh? This isn't looking good. I wanted to avoid fighting it at all costs. Kamun der Aether. I don't even understand what it's saying. The Warden of the Dark spews an aura of fear. Personal skill, Fourth Wall, has nullified most of the effects of fear. Alright. Ga Aether. Interesting. Again, I try not to say it a million times, but the art's incredibly, incredibly good. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next chapter. Alright, I took a quick jump cut actually to go back through chapter 19, and yeah, I remembered everything. I remembered all the stuff from the camp, them going like into the sort of subway tunnels, the details of the fight against the ground rats, but for some reason I didn't remember those last few panels of Sangha and Mr. Han being taken. I don't know what's up with that. I guess because it's been so long, but it's weird that I remembered like even the details of like them fighting the ground rats, but not that. I don't know. Weird. But either way, let's continue on into chapter 21. We have the panel we ended with last time, the Ga Aether stuff, and actually we have a repeat of them saying the Warden of the Dark has received the Demon King's blessing. And then episode 21, chapter 5, Warden of the Dark, part 3. Alright. Damn it, this isn't looking good. I wanted to avoid fighting at all costs. And he says Aether again. Mother? And then, oh, is his aura making them hallucinate? I told you to get back, Sangha. What are you still doing here? Well, it's just that the monster said mother. So, Kardu Emiren. Maybe this is how it's pronounced. Akidu? Kalidu. What? And even Dokja looked confused. What? She can speak demon? She like accidentally was like, I was trying to learn Spanish, but I accidentally learned demon. Kalidu. My gosh, she's fluent in Spanish, and now even the language of the demonic species. Her talents shine even in an apocalypse. Did I say it right? Character Sangha Yu has activated the skill Interpretation level 3. Okay, so that's her skill. Really weird and interesting skills that Dokja's friends are pulling up with here. What is it saying anyway? And I mean, I guess it's kind of a stretch to call them friends at this point. I feel like the relationship isn't that super deep. But companions, contemporaries here. What is it saying anyway? Well, it's asking us to be a mother. I suppose I can hear you out. Kalidu. Mother, I'm not even married yet. Kalidu. Why should I be a mother? I should be the father. And then, oh no, tentacle time, oh no. Oh no. Mr. Han got tentacled. Oh no. Oh god. So that's what it meant when it said mother. You don't have plans to give birth anytime soon, do you? Of course not. The demonic species impregnate other species with their offspring. What it's doing to Myongo is... Oh god. He's gonna get chest bursted or something after he got tentacled. Kalidu. And then we have more action shots with Dokja. Alright. It looks like his weapon might be starting to wear down, and it eventually breaks. Damn it, it broke. The warden wasn't placed here intentionally to be killed like the ichthyosaur. I have no chance of beating him. My plan was to grab the treasure after waiting for the warden to leave. Myongo, that idiot. But I have a plan B just in case. Dokubi, you're watching, right? What? It gets called out. How did you know? There you are. I love the Dokubi and their designs. I love them so much. I should have received an item in the mail by now. I need you to give that to me. Hehe, that is none of my business. Byung is in charge of that. So cute. I love their faces. But you're here to do Byung's job. Can't you see that the constellations are on edge because of what's happening? Yikes. The constellation, Prisoner of the Golden Headband, keeps browbeating the Dokubi Biryu. The constellation, Demonic Judge of Fire, is threatening the Dokubi Biryu. Alright, but it's just this once. I'm only doing this because it might make things interesting. An item has arrived from the auction house. I'm gonna sell this. Put it up for trade on the Dokubi auction house. I can't believe this. How do you know all that? And I won't trade this with anything else but broken faith. And we're having a flashback to that. Obtain the item, broken faith. Sounds like something that would be good against demons. You're exempt from paying commission due to your contract. And then it looks like some sort of sword is starting to form. Alright. Can you even fight with something like that? That thing is broken, and you won't be able to use it unless you have a specific skill. Okay, hence the name Broken Faith. Broken Faith, grade D. I already know that much. I wouldn't have bought this in the first place if I didn't. The weapon, the equipped item is too worn out to use. Its durability is too low for it to be effective. And he glances over. Huh? And then, oh? Was it Warden of the Dark also recognizes something. We have light coming from it. And then it bursts outward. What? How? I purchased a skill from B. Young after I hunted the Ichthyosaur. Search Archdemon's Eyeball. Search White Star Weapon Aura. Oh, so he has White Star Weapon Aura. That must be what this is. How does he know all this? Personal skill, White Star Weapon Aura activated. Broken Faith reacts to your magic power. Blade of Faith has been activated. Okay, so I'm assuming he can maybe just make a sword of light from the broken sword. Which is pretty cool, because then you don't have to carry around like the entire sword anyway. Alright, so what was all of this I can't beat him stuff? Easy claps. Good. Now I at least have a chance. Blade of Faith is the most effective weapon against demonic species. I don't have skills like combat sense or blade proficiency. Damn it, the skill uses up a lot of mana power. Having a powerful sword doesn't make me an excellent swordsman. Okay, so that's a good way to like limit it. He doesn't have like skills that help him use a sword, even if he does have a powerful sword. But I'm not a swordsman, I'm a reader. Oh. And he can just use his basically mind reading Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. The effect of your attribute is improving your memory of pages you've already read. Alright. Personal skill bookmark activated. And then we have the book fluttering open. Activating bookmark number 2. A reader should fight like a reader. The activation time has been shortened due to the low level of the bookmark skill. Activation time 1 minute. Your understanding of the character is low, so the character's skills were only partially activated. Activating weapons proficiency level 1. Ah, and he's copying Hyunsung. But because he doesn't... That's cool. Because he doesn't know that much about him, his copying isn't that good. But again, in the future, the more he gets to know characters, the better he could copy them. Alright. Gua. Now, the tentacle on the other side. After it attacks twice, it always pauses for a brief moment. He slices through. Cardu, Mien, Dero. How did you know where I'd attack, is what it said. Character Sangayu is using the skill interpretation level 3. This is interesting. So now, again, everyone is just going to keep getting more and more suspicious of what Dokja knows. You just have to read a lot. And then is that a chapter ender? Yep, that's a line to end a chapter. All right, let's just go ahead and move into chapter 22 then. My gosh. Dear Constellations, did you see that? Or am I seeing things? The constellation Abyssal Black Flame Dragon widens his eyes in surprise. Interesting. Also, I'm just so interested into getting into, like, more of the constellations and stuff. Because right now we still had just the same few watching, you know? So I'm interested when we'll get more getting involved. Or, like, learning about more as we learn about different characters and stuff. Several constellations doubt their own eyes. The constellation Prisoner of the Golden Headband pulls his hair out in excitement. You've been gifted 500 coins this time. An ether blade this early in a scenario. Gosh, I love the Dokubi. It's so cute. Deactivated bookmark number 2. Your understanding of Hyunsung Lee is increased. This isn't a real ether blade to be exact. The actual thing is much more powerful. This is just for one-time use only. Of course, you've only added White Star Weapon Aura to Broken Faith, which creates a blade when it absorbs magic power. The durability of Broken Faith has run out. This item can no longer be used. Impressive. Why is Byung's channel full of people like you? Okay, so it's interesting. He's going to have to buy more things then. He already used up this kind of trump card that he had. I've completed the sub-scenario. Give me the reward. Oh, that's right. Hold on. The condition of the sub-scenario has been fulfilled. You've received 500 coins. Several constellations are impressed by your master plan. But wait, aren't you going to finish him off? I don't believe in killing. What? I don't enjoy taking lives carelessly. I'm lying, of course. But you'll be rewarded handsomely if you kill him. You'd be the first to kill a Tier 7 demonic species, which would grant you over 7,000 coins. The constellation Demonic Judge of Fire is impressed with you. You've been gifted 100 coins. Why? Why would you need to worry about 7,000? Do you know how much 7,000 coins is worth? I'm not killing it. The constellation Secretive Plotter smiles at you wickedly. You've been gifted 100 coins. Like, he's racking this up in Super Chats anyway. Anyways, I need to open some treasure chests, so get out of the... And then we have a stab. Oh. And Myung-Oh Han kills it. The Tier 7 demonic species, Warden of the Dark, has been slain. I can become strong as well. Doctor, you son of a bitch, you didn't see this coming, did you? You're the first to successfully hunt a Tier 7 demonic species monster. You idiot, not killing in a world like this? You have achieved the impossible. You have received 8,000 coins. Contributors, Dokja Kim, Myung-Oh Han. This is exactly why people like you always end up on bottom. You understand? I wouldn't say that when you're pregnant with this thing's child. At least possibly, maybe, he is. The Demon King, God of Wrath and Lust, has been notified of your existence because you've killed the Tier 7 demonic species monster, Warden of the Dark. He might have been lying just to impress, like, Uriel and the Secretive Plotter? Like, he might have been lying to do that, but also, like, the real reason he didn't want to kill it is because he wanted to fly under the radar still. He didn't want to put that much attention on himself yet. But now, because of what Han did, the Demon King, God of Wrath and Lust, is paying attention to them. And I wonder who that's going to be. Is that going to be, like, Satan, Beelzebub? I have no clue. So that's interesting. That is interesting. Or Lust. Who is... Like, I'm trying to think of in, like, 7 Deadly Sins who Lust usually is. Can't think of it off the top of my head. I know I'm pretty sure Wrath is usually Satan. Who was... I don't remember. The Demon King, God of Wrath and Lust, will hunt the incarnation that delivered the final blow until the incarnation dies. The Demon King, Demon God of Wrath and Lust, will lay a terrible curse on the incarnation that delivered the final blow. I love two specifically. It's like not both of them, but it's just specifically like, Han, you're screwed. Huh? Final blow, Myung-Oh Han. What's this message? Oh, didn't I tell you? I didn't finish him off on purpose. Demonic species monsters are connected to the demon kings they worship through the Dark Root, and inherit a portion of their power. Therefore, killing a demonic species monster would make you the target of the demon king's hatred. The curse of the God of Wrath and Lust will make your greatest nightmare come true. I don't know exactly what will happen, but Myung-Oh will experience something horrific. The constellation Secretive Plotter is impressed by your evil scheme. The constellation Secretive Plotter has recommended your scenario on the Star Stream. Oh, she just shared it. She just linked it on her Twitter. Again, I'm assuming maybe his. But like I'm not, and we have like the starstruck Gil Young. I'm not 100% if he did that like on purpose to like bait Han into this or not. I don't know if he planned for Han to do that or not. I mean, he very well might have, but still. Let's open up the treasure chest, shall we? Alright. Now we're going to finally get to see what's in there. Episode 22, Chapter 6, The Time of Judgment, Part 1. Alright. This is what I found. I got this. And we have Mana Recovery Bracelet, Grade D. Rusty Iron Shield, Grade D. It's not as extravagant as I expected. It's probably because the protagonist who left for Yaksu yesterday already took his fill. Don't worry, there's still one more to go. And then Dokja opens his. And we have Mana Brazier. Maximum 1 per incarnation. Interesting. What could this be? I think I might know what it does. The Mana Brazier is actually a key item of the current sub-scenario. Okay. We have ground rat leg being cooked. Wow, the smell. Do you think it's okay to eat? Meat. I'll try it first. And then he starts eating the ground rat. And then, try it. I think it's okay to eat. It's actually delicious. Several constellations are smacking their lips. Some constellations nod, saying that they know how the meat tastes. Several constellations have gifted you... Again, why does he need to take 7,000? They've gifted you 100 coins. He's constantly getting stuff. The constellation Abyssal Black Flame Dragon swallows loudly. The constellation Prisoner of the Golden Headband is biting his nails. The constellation Eyes Waiting for Tuesday Night is wondering how the meat tastes. And of course that's a meta reference. The constellation Head of the Afterlife gives you a thumbs up. Reading about it and actually tasting it are two different things. It's rich with juice and grease, and mukbang is the most popular topic of streaming after all. And then, oh yeah, of course, because they're streaming, basically. Listen, Dokja, I know I stepped out of line for a moment, but dig in, don't mind me. Thank you. You've got to eat to store up the energy to fight that curse of yours. And then just the worst. But how do you know all this, Dokja? You even know how to cook a monster that we've never seen before. Oh, that. It's probably because you've read a lot of fantasy web novels, right? All I can do is stuff my face with this food that you risked your life for. I couldn't even be of any help to you. Well, maybe you could understand the monster from earlier because you've been studying hard-to-learn foreign languages. You think so? Thank you for saying so. You've been staring at that box for some time now. Are you going to use that thing for something later? Huh? There are some writings on the surface. Could it be that she can even read the language? Random item box? Damn it. Wow, we could decipher the words thanks to you, Sangha. This is why you have to study foreign languages, his face. From my memory, the first to discover a random item box was the Flying Fox. Even Junghyuk Yu, who took the other Mana Brazier, wouldn't have known. Okay. So yeah, even the main character wouldn't have known. Well. So yeah, I guess he did not want her to know that yet. Also, I love that just loot box, or the real treasure here is this black box. Yu Jung-hyuk only finds out in his 6th round. Go on and use it, Dokja. Is that okay? Of course, you can keep all the items we find here for yourself. That's the right thing to do. So, there's a strange box you find, or if you wander the early scenarios. I put an object into the box, and I'll place the Tier 7 demonic species monster core that I got from the Warden of the Dark, along with Broken Faith, and who could have known that it was a limited edition premium item? You don't believe me. I'm telling you the truth. What's that doing here? It was pulled from the game not long ago. If you place low-grade items into the box and close the lid. So he's like basically just pulling exploits. It spits out a high-grade item, guaranteed. Dear Constellations, I don't know what this box is doing here. End stream. It's so cute. I love it. BI7623 has been temporarily shut down. The resulting item will be a bladed weapon because you've placed a bladed weapon in the box. Random loot has been activated. The item placed in the box is related to a specific constellation. The chance of the resulting item being related to that specific constellation is greatly increased. I didn't expect that. Anything's fine, just give me something higher than an A grade. A high-grade item has emerged. The remaining number of uses for the random box has been reduced to 0. Shall we open it? This was a premium item that was recalled by the Starstream's Management Center, because any item that gave you a higher grade item in return for a lower grade item could pose a threat to the balance of the scenario. So he's basically exploiting the game. Whoa, this is... And also, like, I guess plot-wise it's like, oh, convenient that he's getting this OP thing, but it's like, it makes sense since he has read ahead of time. Item information, Unbreakable Faith, grade Constellation Artifact. Lore, the sword that used to belong to the hero Kaizenix, who led the Grunsiad into the Grand Age of Magic in the past. The sword's imbued with Kaizenix's mastery over ether and grants ability to summon the Blade of Faith, which is infused with fire, dark, and holy properties. This item increases the wielder's stamina and strength by +2 respectively, when equipped as an additional option. Dokja, even I can tell that that's an amazing item. Is this for real a Constellation Artifact? It's way above an alphabetically graded item. It's okay if I keep this, right? Of course, it's all yours, Dokja. You've obtained a Constellation Artifact. The owner of the artifact has become curious about you. So is the owner Kaizenix? If so, that's not like a real thing, is it? Or is that like just like in-game lore, just random meaningless nonsense, but the actual constellation is something important? But either way, let's head back, shall we? There are plenty of ground rats where we came from, so we'll only need to take the Monobrazier back with us. With Gil Young's interspecies communication skill. Dokja? Huh? There aren't any insects around. Oh? Did all the insects explode because of the Warden of the Dark? Not even one? Well, to tell you the truth, there is one, but it's... And then he's shocked, opens his eyes, and he's speaking bug! He's speaking bug! Gil Young? And now we have a huge thud. Dokja, something's wrong with Gil Young. Gil Young! He starts bleeding from the nose. We have another massive thud. And then we get Cliffhung, so I guess it's like a giant monster bug. Either way, that was a good chapter. This chapter kind of... It didn't feel like the part 1 to a new scenario. This kind of felt like the finale, or the like sort of end cap to what we just finished. That was really good, though. Again, it's like, yeah, he's getting an OP weapon early on, but yeah, it also makes sense. More than that, I'm really interested in, I guess, the mystery behind all of this. But I guess we'll see what happens next chapter. Let's just move along because we still have 2 more to read. And we start chapter 23 with a violence warning. Okay, violence and strong language warning. Okay, don't see those every chapter. Alright, we're having the thud from before. Oh, and it's the giant praying mantis thing above ground? And Gil Young has started talking with it? This vibration's coming from up above. Could it be? And I kind of figured they were like way underground, so this is kind of a distance. There are many high-tier monsters above ground. Snap out of it, Gil Young. Gil Young. Lee Gil Young. If he's trying to channel a monarch species insect right now. Huh? Dokja. Gil Young, stop using your skill at once. Hurry. And then, oh, is he going to get the attention of it? And they're just one thing after another. I did. And then, I can't believe this. He managed to summon a monarch species insect. We almost got buried alive. Are you Jean-Henry Favre or something? No idea. No idea what that's a reference to. You shouldn't use this skill for a while. Don't ever use it again until I say so, alright? Okay. It's like, that has to be like a really niche reference, because I don't get it at all. Okay. We'll get lost if we enter the black tide right now. We should wait a little and move on when a small insect appears in the area. If all we need to do is find our way back, I think I can help. I have a skill similar to Gil Young's. Alright, episode 23, chapter 6, The Time of Judgment, part 2. And it's weird, yeah, we still, like, We don't know what all, like, we know he could talk to bugs, now we know that she can translate things, but we don't know, like, what else, like, all of these different characters can do, honestly. It's a skill that lets you find the way using a thread. To be honest, I tied the thread down to something earlier when I was kidnapped. Excuse me, Sangha, but may I ask you or what your personal attribute is? Well, that's... maybe I shouldn't have asked. It's not that I don't trust you, Dokja. No, don't worry about it. That was wise of you. Don't ever disclose your personal attribute. It seems that she made an additional pledge when she signed her Starstream contract, which forbids her from leaking any information, and if she does, it would cost her her life. A thread that helps you escape a labyrinth. I might know that constellation. I don't know which constellation she's signed to, but it looks like her constellation has made the decision to train her. I could find out if my character profile skill worked. I doubt it'll work though. Personal skill character profile activated. This character does not have a registered character profile. Right, that's right, he couldn't read her before, I think. Currently collecting information on the target character. Huh? Strange, I've never seen this message before. Channel BI 7623 is reopened. Damn it, that bastard's messed with my channel! Is that Young? Is he back? Haha, everyone! Have you all been well while I was away? He's back! The best. Wow, this is really delicious. I think Young and Huiwon are my favorite characters so far. Like, I like all of them, but I think those two are my favorite. And even these few chapters, again, I already liked Young. I already liked, Sangha, but I feel like now that we've actually seen them doing some things, they're growing on me even more. But yeah, I think early on, Young and Huiwon are my favorites so far. Wow, this is really delicious. You'll be able to recover some health if you eat that. I noticed that you've accomplished some amazing feats while I was away. The little sticker. This is Dokubi communication, a mode of communication used by the Dokubi. Dokubi communication, the communication of the Dokubi. Only I can hear what Young is saying when he is using this. But, of course, it's a violation of the rules for him to use this skill on an incarnation such as myself. I freaking love him. Were you recalled because of me? Well, I can't say it's not related to you. The management gave me a warning because I shut off my channel abruptly and left the advertisement running for too long. I've made up my mind not to pay attention to minor things like that. A few trips to the management center isn't a big deal. How'd you know about the random item box? Damn it, I still can't believe a remnant of my embarrassing past still existed. Embarrassing past? So, that ridiculous item box was there because of you? Damn it, if I hadn't been so greedy back then, you've seemed to have obtained a lot of... I feel like that's important to know. Like, I don't get what that means, because they were, like, talking about it being removed from the game, so if that's the case, how did Dokja really know? And if it's, like, something with his greedy past, then, again, what does it mean? Maybe it's because, I don't know, it doesn't really fully make sense, because it's like, what timeline are we on? Because you got to think Omniscient Reader has to have multiple timelines if essentially the regressors like Yoojun Hyuk, I think is his name, like he's already on his third, so that means there are 2 previous timelines where he died. So there are already like multiple timelines going on. And I guess like this version of existence and reality that Dokja's living in is different than the writing story version that he read. So interesting. You seem to have obtained a lot of new items, and not just the Mana Brazier. Well, yes, a few. And then we have Hyunsung with the shield. Hyunsung Lee has begun to show some loyalty towards you. Is there anything that I can use? I'm jealous. No. What about that sword? It's mine. And you're going to share the meat with the others? I'm going to sell them for coins. What a cheapskate. Let's say that I have excellent survival skills. It looks like we've made it back in time. And we have everyone murmuring. What's going on? The people seem a little agitated. 20 minutes remaining until checkout. Please have your survival fee ready. Oh, and that's why they're freaking out. 100 coins will be withdrawn daily at midnight as a survival fee. You will die if you have insufficient funds to pay the survival fee. The survival fee will be collected until the second main scenario is cleared. So it basically puts a time limit on them, I think I said last video, to clear this before they run out. The checkout time for the survival fee. Please spare some coins. My child doesn't have enough coins. I'll pay you back, I promise. Please spare me some coins. I'm willing to pay 1 million, no 10 million won. I'll buy 100 coins for 10 million won. And we have approximately 870 USD or 8,700 USD. Where's my sister? She volunteered to join the search party. She was supposed to give me some of her coins. Where could she be? Why don't you go look for her? What? Are you sure she volunteered for the search party? Can you prove it? Why don't you volunteer yourself and go look for her? And they're laughing. Those bastards. Junghui Won's attribute is about to blossom. Coins are power in this world. Dokcha, I'm so glad to see you. If I remember correctly, you had the most coins, didn't you? How many was it? Choninho has activated the skill in sight level 2, and currently I'm the one who has the most coins in Gumho Station. Coins? Who's got a lot of coins? Mr. Dokcha, was it? Please help me. 100 coins. 100 coins is all I need. Mr. Dokcha, I don't have enough coins on me to help all these poor people. But you have a lot of coins. Are you going to just let them die? Choninho. About 20 people have gathered around me. If I share my coins with them, I'll lose around 2,000 coins. Help me. If I don't share my coins with them, I'll become a villain. But please, how many of them actually deserve my help right now? The theme of the first scenario was original sin. They can't even take responsibility for their own lives when they took someone else's life to survive in the first scenario. Yeah, that is interesting. True, all these people have killed someone else. Or at least something else. This is turning out to be quite interesting. You have 10 minutes remaining. The Constellation Secretive Plotter is waiting for you to make a decision. The Constellation Prisoner of the Golden Headband is waiting for you to make a decision. But I mean, if you did have coins to spare, and like he said, it'd only be 2,000 and he's been racking them up, you would basically have, 20 people indebted to you. The Constellation Demonic Judge of Fire is waiting for you to make a decision. But then again, it's like, would it be helpful if they're indebted to you, or are they dead weight who won't actually, do anything for themselves? I see. So you want coins, but why should I give you any? I'm not going to play along with his games anymore. And then Choninho starts laughing. I knew you'd say that. What do you mean, why? You have a lot of coins, don't you? Can't you share some with us? You've been like this since the moment you arrived, even selling the food you brought with you for coins. Do you know how many people here could survive if they hadn't bought that food from you? He's right. Damn it, give me my coins back. I want a refund. Hold on, right now Dokcha isn't like that at all. Dokcha, I'm going to give you a last chance. Return the coins to these people. And if I refuse... And then we see them standing off. Then things will get ugly very quickly, and all of his goons just rush them. You prick, give me back my coins. Kill him, let's kill him and get our coins back. And he pulls a sword. Die, bastard. And he takes the guy's arms off. Huh? And everyone else reacts in shock as the guy starts screaming. How pathetic. Do you really blame me for this situation? And then, we end on that. Okay, one more. So I guess next chapter we might end with whatever the judgment is. Like, all of these people who don't get their act together and or don't have the coins are just going to die because they hit the time limit. Starting our last chapter of this video with another violence warning. We get, how pathetic, do you really blame me for this situation? That's a really great panel, the one we just saw. And then we have Chapter 6, The Time of Judgment, Part 3. The guy's still screaming. Name, Han Minsong. Personal attribute, gangster, common. Overall stats, stamina level 8, strength level 8, agility level 8, mana level 2. Just as expected, his stats are pretty high for an ordinary gangster. They must have done it. They must have done it. They could have, they thought they could overpower me because of their stats. Okay. You know very well that what's happening right now has nothing to do with me. You're just doing this because you're scared of them. You know exactly what's wrong and that your lives are at stake, but they're stronger than you are. Yeah, they're trying to kill him to take his coins instead of, you know, I mean, I don't want to say just playing the game, but like going against the game is also kind of playing the game. Like instead of like taking matters into their own hands and getting the coins the way he did, they're just blaming him instead of the situation. You know exactly what's wrong and that your lives are at stake, but they're stronger than you are. You're afraid of them because they have more coins and higher stats than you. Oh, and specifically talking about the people who are sort of running this little community down there. Look now, Dokjo, what are you trying to say? Yeah, what are you trying to say? But why is it that they have more coins than you and higher stats? Because they're gangsters? No. The incarnations around you are starting to get agitated. Come to think of it, how did you get so many coins? You all know very well. I sold many things, and when I arrived in Gumho a few days ago, there were 87 people here. But now, there are only 50 people at the most. Is that so? But that's because the monsters got them while they were on patrol. Monsters? Do you still believe that? You idiots, why don't you think for yourselves, for once? Why hasn't anyone in the Choldu gang died? And why is it that they're always stronger when they return? The Constellation's secretive plotter nods in agreement with your reasoning. They said it earlier, that you'll receive coins when you kill me. How did they know that you receive coins when you kill someone? The Constellation, prisoner of the Golden Headband, is pulling his hair from excitement. He's about to be balding. Sun Wukong about to be balding. Help! You! What stat should I increase with the coins when I get, the coins I get this time? Maybe you'll become as strong as Chulsu. Who would have known that you could, who would have known that you could earn coins by killing people? Hey, it's my turn next. Ino, did you? Shut it, it's a lie. There's only 7 minutes left. Whoa. Ino, how could you? If you have even an ounce of pride left inside you, fight them yourselves. Take back what was taken from you using your own hands. The constellations of the pure good alignment have deemed Choninho to be an evildoer. Alright, this is just how it is in this world. Yeah, he's right, damn it. You sons of bitches. And again, yeah, that's true. They just sat around like being like, oh, I have low stats and barely any coins, when they could have been out there grinding, getting them stats up. Why you scoundrels? What do you take us for? Mommy. Come, Daeyoung, hold this. Do exactly as I tell you. She's giving the kid a hammer. And they're just stomping this person in the background. We have everyone fighting. Die! Oh? And then we have Dokja using a sword, slicing them apart. Jeez, just absolutely freaking filleting them. Help me. Oh? And somebody else takes the kill. I told you I was going to get you, didn't I? We won. Revenge. The requirement for the evolution of the attribute Crouching Figure has been met. Okay, so she's like evolving into like her actual attribute. Huiwon Jung's attribute is blossoming. Oh? Are we going to get like, I don't know, Avenger or something because she took revenge? Jung Huiwon's attribute has blossomed into Judge of Evil, Heroic. And we have this sword behind her. Judge of Evil. That's the most powerful out of the 3 judges. Step back for a moment, Dokja. You've contributed greatly to the blossoming of the attribute crouching figure. There. Mine. Alright. Junghui-won will not hesitate to fight for you. Junghui-won has activated the personal skill Time of Judgment, and we see the scales appear behind her. The constellations of the pure good alignment are agreeing with the use of the skill. So I guess those constellations are probably going to be feeding into her power in the future. Activating Time of Judgment. Damn it. Why is it that they have the upper hand? Where is everyone? And he just sees everything that's happening. And her taking everyone down. And just tanking their attacks. You know, like, the combat and stuff is a lot more graphic than a lot of other webtoons I've read. I'm not saying that is a bad thing. Absolutely not. Just interesting. It kind of stands out. Ah, man, and the art always stands out. The art's always incredible. I try not to say it like every panel, because I would just be saying it like every panel. And then Choninho is the only one left, it seems. He's glancing around to see everyone else taken out. Dokja just gives her a nod. How did you... It's almost hard to believe. And then she finishes him off. The constellations of the channel are experiencing intense ecstasy. That we were sharing food and joking around just moments ago. Survival fees will now be collected. And we have everyone looking around nervously. Geez, that's a great shot too. I love Hui-won. Get up. And he extends his hand to her. The scenario's only just begun. So now they have to actually finish the second scenario. 100 coins will be withdrawn daily at midnight as a survival fee. You will die if you have insufficient funds to pay the survival fee. The survival fee will be collected until the second main scenario is cleared. You have entered the second scenario area. Find and move to the location where the scenario will be activated. And that's where we end. Again, like I mentioned, that was pretty conclusive. That felt like an ending for what we were doing right there. And it feels like now we're going to actually move on into the second main scenario. That was really, really good. Again, I feel like for these 5 chapters, I feel like what I took most out of it was finally getting to see definitely some more out of the side characters. I mean, of course, Han incurring the curse on himself, that was funny, that was really good. So there's that, and I mean, his character got developed and we learned more about him. Kind of just a creep. But I like that we got more development and more progression, even if it's just a little bit, for Sang-ah and for Gil-young. I think that was really good. Of course, Dokja develops a bunch more. I mean, most of the focus is on him. I love the stuff with the other, it was like Biryu or Giryu, something like that, the other Dokubi. But now Byung is back. That's exciting. That's fun. Much more for Hui-won, who is possibly my favorite character. Again, it's between her and Byung. Yeah, Dokja was great. The only thing, we didn't really get to see much out of Hyunsung, so hoping to see more from him in the future, because I love when series are not just focused on just the main character and we get some good side character content. So that's what I'm looking forward to, with some good side character content, because Dokja already just has plenty of attention, so I don't feel like he needs any more attention, because the amount that he gets is good. I just want to see some more side character stuff. I want to see some more about the world. I want to be introduced to more things. This is one of those things where, again, I hope you don't have to wait very long for more videos, because for me, that means that I have to wait for videos too. If this was up to me, Like if I wasn't doing videos, I would have just marathoned this in like a day or two probably. So for me, having to wait to read the next however many chapters is excruciating. So yeah, hopefully the next stuff will be up soon. Like I said, sorry, hiccup. My next review will be up really soon, like right after this, hopefully before Christmas. So you'll have this, you'll have the review. Then I'll get back around to it when I get through that cycle of videos again. But yeah, huge thank you for watching. Like if you did like the video and comment down there too. Tell me what you thought of these chapters, my first thoughts and reaction. I feel like my reaction wasn't too big, crazy, or anything because nothing. I mean, as much as I really enjoyed it and thought it was a good story, I'm just going along with a good story. Not too much like really shocked me or anything like that. So yeah, at least, I mean, I feel like we're a little early for that still even. So yeah, a lot of fun. Like, comment, subscribe for more, bunch more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you're on a link to the Discord server, just ask and I can give you a link. I'd love to talk to you here in the comments or on Twitter or on Discord, anywhere. It's great to talk to you all. I've really enjoyed and loved all the support people have been putting into ORV and Kubera stuff since I've started doing it. It really means a lot that people are enjoying watching things, because I'm really enjoying getting to make them. But yeah, if you want to help support the channel to help me to keep making things, it's patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description, or you can become a channel member right here on YouTube. That would help me to continue. Huge thank you to people who are already patrons and channel members, because again, it really helps me to be able to continue making things. Thank you to the chosen regulars, Etchy0, Evan, Holly, and Remorsefuls, the Magical Girl, FR Nono, Cheriton Students, also the Storyteller and David Langstaff, and Slayer Candidate SG. Huge thank you to all of you. It really means a lot. And huge thank you to all of you who were just watching. Again, it means a ton. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time.